Hey everybody, welcome to Forsyth Fantasy Hour episode 20. I'm just chiming in the beginning just as an update. So this episode was recorded in March of 2020, which means it was going on during all of the quarantine and outbreak and COVID-19. And we had a good recording session, and I like how the episode turned out. I am just saying this in advance because we all had to record remotely, or at least most of us did. And that is not normally the case for Forsyth Fantasy Hour. Normally we record in my home studio. So we still have our regular brand of humor and engaging story as it continues. But the audio quality, it's a little weak, in my opinion. Not unlistenable, not the worst thing in the entire world. But I just did want to come forward and talk about that before we got into the episode. Ben, Vicky, Tristan all did a fantastic job in this episode, and there's a lot of really, really good jokes in it, and a lot of good heart. And I always say, well, I don't always say it, but I frequently say it. Stay safe, adventurers. Previously on Hilltopper and Pilgrim.
Who's the double agent then?
Not me.
Okay, well, I will have to take a little bit of a break. I can leave you guys with some money. But I do have a trade show to be at. Yes, and I am the cousin and one of the house representatives of House Stahl. Yes, that is true. I don't think this creature was created by the Wellforge.
It is a Wellforge.
And you see that it is a deactivated, explosive charge. But her name is Luca Wilkin. Luca the Bright.
That's my mother's maiden name.
Yeah, kid. You're the descendant of one of the oldest guardians. Possible royal member of a galley family. You come across a figure tied to a chair, relatively of small frame, with a bag over their head. As you stand there, the person ruffles and moves and
do we say
wobbles.
anything?
You can.
No, when we came in, was it real quiet?
Yeah, you guys were totally quiet.
Okay. So she doesn't even know we're there yet, or does she?
Make an insight check.
Okay. 19.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell that she knows that someone is there, and then with that roll, you know for a fact that it's Nyx.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is
so
100% her, and she's scared.
Again, we hadn't really said anything. We came in, and I touched you on the arm, and I went like this, like thumbs up. That's her. And because I didn't know, if anybody else was around to hear or anything, I didn't want to startle her. And so I'm letting you know that it's her. So now what do you want to do?
Scott, I'd like to do something very fun. I want to actually use Goodberry for something that's kind of useful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll a berry across the floor, but I'd like to just use that ability actually in game. But I'd like to roll one across the floor just to test for traps and stuff.
Yeah. Beams or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good idea.
Yeah. I want to bounce it a little bit on the floor, but I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to throw a ball against the wall and play wall ball like back in the day.
Okay, so I believe you as a ranger have spell slots.
Yes, for it. That's why I'm let's use it officially.
Yeah, so you have used one of your spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a first level spell. So it says up to 10 berries appear in your hand and are infused with magic for the duration, which the duration, I believe, is 24 hours. Yeah, also, you've been able to make up to 10 berries this entire time.
This entire time I could have made 10? I've been
rolled.
eating just one at a time?
Thankfully, we had to cut you back anyway, so yeah, okay.
So, yeah, you can make...
I think this is the first time I realize it's 10 berries.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing it with purpose, and I'm like, yes, I have to use this ability, and I just make 10, and it's crazy, but I'm still quiet, because I don't know if there's traps or anything.
Exactly.
I look at Emmy, and I'm like,
Like,
yeah. So I take one, bounce it on the floor as a test, you know?
So then make a stealth roll.
Yes. Ooh,
not that stealthy.
very good.
You should have
7 total.
Yeah, you should have bounced. You should have rolled.
So as you throw to bounce one of them, like 3 fall out of your hand, and so one bounces and just splatters right on Nyx's like chest.
Nice.
And she starts like rustling and moving like more around, and the other 2 just roll underneath her chair. As far as you can tell, there are no traps, and then the berries just stay underneath her chair.
Oh, tight. Okay, so I rush to her.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so you easily just walk over and undo her bindings and remove the bag of her head. As you see her, you can tell that she's actually pretty beat up. She doesn't look very good. And she looks at you, and she's kind of in a haze. And you remove like the gag out of her mouth, and she goes, "You throw a berry at me?"
No, here's 7, by the way. I can make up to 10. Here you go.
Do you give her one?
No, I hand her all of them because it's fused with magic, and I'm sure she needs help.
Yeah, so she's
Good
she's
idea.
what's considered like bloodied, which means you're about like half health.
Oh.
So she takes one, and she tries to eat a couple more, but it's just kind of like too much food for her. But yeah, she starts to regain some of her strength, but she still seems pretty out of it.
Oh, okay, so I'm sure she needs like healing. Okay.
Okay. So, yes. So because, the berries didn't seem to do its trick, I'm like, okay, I probably should give her like one of my potions or something.
If you'd like to do that, yeah, that would bring her back up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think that's fine.
All right.
I won't make you roll for it either, so just mark off a healing potion.
All right. Because we need her to be back and able to get out.
Yeah, you kind of just tap Nyx on the shoulder and hand her a bottle, and she says like, it's good to see you, Emmy. And maybe, I don't know if you've ever really even heard something that nice out of Nyx
No,
to
probably
you.
not.
So you can tell that like she's had quite an experience.
Aw.
Silka, we cut to you.
Oh no.
What? So you've been on the lookout. I will have you make either an investigation or a perception roll.
Well, I think that my investigation is like +5 modifiers, so probably gonna do that one. It's a D20, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god, you got a 20? What? It's so it's 25? Oh, that's so crazy.
Wow.
Natural 20.
No, I got a what is 7 + 5? 12.
Okay. So as you've just been kind of sitting there watching the door with great intent of Jamie, you've kind of like had your eyes wander a little bit, and you've looked at the many different crates that are in this warehouse. To give a kind of a sense of the warehouse, it's really one just big flat room with the garage door that's closest to Silka that's completely like shut into the ground, and then the entrance that you guys came into, like the oaken door. But everything else is just a bunch of crates on top of crates, and they each have different markings, and they have different like trade merchant like insignias on each of the boxes. And so Silka, as you're kind of looking around, maybe enthralled of just like figuring out, kind of piecing together like who's with who, based off of like who the Spark merchant has kind of approved in this. You hear a quiet little like a hey. Silka.
Oh my god.
When you turn, it's Jamie, and so he's kind of peering into the door and he's looking at you.
What is it? Sorry, you scared me.
I didn't mean to. I can see outside there are like guards and my bosses like talking to people, and it kind of looks like they're looking for me. So I have to duck out like right now.
Okay, yeah, you go distract them, and I'll go I'll go inform everybody else what's going on. Maybe we can make a break for it or something.
Oh, okay. Just stay safe and we'll...
Yeah, just distract them at any cost.
Oh, are you sure? I mean, I don't know you all that well, but I feel like I should take your word for it.
I'm an honest man. I would never lie to you. So if they're out to get us, yeah, and whatever it takes.
Okay, Silka, I'll do it. So he closes the door behind him and runs off.
Hope he doesn't hurt somebody or something.
For the group, I'll just let you know, I have rolled for Jamie to distract them at all costs, and I cannot tell you what the roll is, but
it's good.
Seems all right.
It's good.
That's not the words I would use.
All right.
Oh,
Sick.
That might be the word. With the worst tone.
So Silka, you said you were gonna head to tell everybody.
Yes, I rush inside, and I'm like kind of creeping along because I'm also scared of booby traps, and I'm not sure if they're alive. And I'm also kind of scared because it's dark.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
It's right here. Yeah, it's a 4.
Okay. You hear a rustle, and a crate falls on top of you.
oh.
Ow.
Ben, you take 6 points of damage.
Yeah, I deserve that.
Doesn't he only have like 8?
Let's see.
I think he has 14.
I have 16.
Okay, so he's at 10.
Oh god.
Oh God, is my leg broken or what?
Oh.
You hear that, right?
Yeah, you definitely hear it, and Ben is...
We're like, what?
Silka's knocked prone.
Oh boy.
He's flat on his face, and there's a crate on top of him. A relatively large crate, too.
Oh no.
Oh, what's in this? It's leaking on me.
I rush to him to get him to shut up. Take the crate off of him.
Yeah.
So as you're pushing the crate off, all of you see out of the many wooden boxes and crates littered throughout the room, a handful of them jostle just like the one that fell. So you were wondering what was in the crate. So out of these crates that are starting to just fall over and topple over, it's mostly filled with packing material, and they spill out. But as Jack, you pull Silka back up to his feet, everyone notices that these crates have these shadows that start like spilling out of the crates, and then 3 small little shadow gremlin-like things look at you.
Oh.
And then I'm going to need everybody to roll for initiative. You guys are going to fight. So the initiative order, so the combat order, we Silka, then Emmy, then Jack, then Nyx, and then the creatures. So there are 3 of them. 2 of them are closest to Jack and Silka. You guys are about maybe like 10 feet to 5 feet away from them. And then there's one that came out of a crate, but it's still up really, really high. Emmy, you and Nyx are about 10 feet away from Silka and Jack.
How far away are we again from
About
gremlins?
About 5.
Ah, okay. We are, so they're like 15 feet? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Silka, what would you like to do?
Okay, so my move first. All right. So would it take an action, or like my action for the turn, to use my Lantern of Revealing on the creatures of the night? Would that be a total waste of time?
How dark is it?
No, it is dark enough. So it's not very...
Because we wouldn't have seen a shadow in the dark.
Yeah, there is a skylight.
Okay.
But that is also a good point. Even in the dark, they still would show up.
Okay.
As I will say.
They're like a darker shade of...
I'm thinking they're Vanta Black.
Yes, Silka. I will say if you make an Arcana roll and to use your Lantern of Revealing, that will be effective.
Okay, dope. Here we go.
I only hope it's a 1, so that
Yes!
he can be like, I've never used the lantern before, so I threw it on the ground and broke it.
That's kind of what I was just thinking, is like, I kind of hope that I roll really poorly, because like he kind of should do poorly in his first fight.
We never know.
But actually,
But what'd you
I got a 21.
What?
Arcana. So I go like, creature of the night, reveal yourself, show me your secrets. He's quivering with anger.
Okay. As you say your little line, your lantern actually glows like brighter than anything it like ever had. Like it's never done something like this before. And a large like blast of flashing light comes out from the lantern.
Yeah.
And you notice out of your fingertips, the light is actually like coming from your hand. And as what you can assume, you're sending your power through the lantern. You damage the creatures for 3 points each. You hit all of them because it blasts them on a big cone of light. When everybody can see this, when the creatures are flashed, you each see the face of the ghost terrorist form that you all fear.
On them
for just a moment.
Oh, wow.
Mini ghost terrorists.
Yes, these are mini ghost terrorists.
Oh.
Emmy, it is your turn.
Okay, well...
Get them, Emmy. I've weakened them.
Whoever is the nearest to Silka or whatever, I just from where I'm standing, I just blast them.
Okay. Yeah, so...
Okay, 11, 17.
Okay. That most certainly hits them.
Okay.
And your guiding bolt does so much damage at this point, there's no way you can roll lower than their health, and your beam just obliterates it, and it just dissipates.
Awesome.
I'm curious, is it the higher up one or one of the two on the floor?
No, you said the closest one, so it would have to be the one, and knowing Emmy, she hit one of the two that are next to Silka and Jack.
Yes, that is correct.
So Jack, it is your turn. You have one in front of you, and then there's one up on the boxes.
I don't want to do something fun, especially in the heat of all these little moments happening real quick. So what I want to do for the one closest to me, since it's now alone and must be super shocked at both the light and the loss of one of its brethren, I would like to try to put it in my bag of holding.
Okay.
I like to try to hop on it and catch it in my bag, the same way I tried to do the big one, and then I want to like hide like as close as possible to the one that's like up high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, make a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's a 24.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you jump on top of the thing and you nab it in your bag, and then you do a quick little dodge roll, and you go behind a couple of the crates, and so the one on top of you completely loses sight of you.
Nice, because I intend to climb the shelves and do the same to the other one.
Okay.
If it's possible. If you guys take it out, that's fine. I already got one.
And so Nyx looks around, and she's just like, what should I do with any of this?
All right, so do you feel okay? Do you just want to rest for a minute?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably just going to stand behind you. I mean,
okay, that's probably best.
Yeah, if this is the same thing that's been attacking me.
She's having a little PTSD over here.
Yeah, this is kind of messing me up now that I know that there's more of them. And so then the one on top, as he looks around to see where not only did his enemy but his friend go, he pushes one of the boxes and sends it towards Envy.
No.
You're bracing.
Emmy, you clearly see him trying to like push a box away, and you and Nyx like step all the way back, and he just knocks one over, and it falls not even close to you, but I'll even say it like sets up to where Jack, whenever you scamper up, it'd probably be easier for you.
Oh, nice.
It took him so much effort. Like it's like a little kid trying to kind of do a trap.
He wanted to like chuck the box at them like 15 feet away.
Yeah, so he tried.
They're very smart.
Gotta say, these little ghost terrorists are they're really getting destroyed, man.
Wasn't there that third or fourth gen Pokemon with the little...
Sableye.
Yes. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure.
That's kind of what I'm imagining.
Yeah, me too.
So in the interest of time, I'm going to kind of cut ahead through this battle and just give you the little Cliff Notes version of it. This is Scotty the DM, by the way, in case you forgot. So as Jack has been hidden among the boxes, Silka and Emmy continue to battle the minions of the Ghost Terrorist, using Emmy's might and radiant power, and using Silka's newfound courage and newfound magic, which has been surging through him. They are able, successfully and unsuccessfully, to battle one minion left. And with this one that's left, Jack is able to snag it into his bag of holding, as he did with the minion before it. So, there's a brief summary of a 30-minute combat encounter.
I have to ask, is the bag doing anything funny, or is it just because it's just an abyss in there?
The bag is...
Oh yeah, there's one still in the bag.
There's two in the bag now.
What about Will Free?
Oh, he's not in there.
No, he's selling rocks.
Oh, right.
I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, no, he's selling rocks.
Okay.
He's making us some money.
Good. He probably is.
At this point, given dates between recording sessions, he must have accrued quite a bit.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We should be able to have a good meal.
Yeah, it's like life savings for me right now. Yes.
I can't check back.
Please,
Yeah.
tell me how much we've made.
But to answer what's going on with the bag, Jack, as you stand back on top of these crates, the bag is moving. And that's not normally supposed to happen with a bag of holding. Silka, make a perception roll.
I'm tying it up while he's saying that too.
Okay.
Oh, let's go. 20. Well, so it's 19 plus 1.
Okay.
Okay. Your hands are now starting to glow from the top of your fingertips to your whole hands.
Whoa.
And you're just kind of emitting this power that you've never ever seen before. And then I need Jack and Emmy to make perception rolls.
Oh no. Dude, what's happening?
Is it because of the berries? It's puberty.
No. Oh, absolutely not.
It's puberty.
I was supposed to say, if it was the berries, Tristan's got a business on his hands.
Don't you know?
Yeah, see, that's what happens when I make them one flavor and you lie to my face and tell me it's another. I know what I'm doing.
18 plus 3.
Ooh, we're in the rolls.
I know.
I got 23.
Okay.
21.
God.
Yep.
So all of you, so Silka, as your hands start to glow, sort of this. Ben, pick a color for Silka.
Oh, if I were to define Silka with a color...
Think of a character portrait, too. This is an important question. You don't get to change this customization.
It would most likely be a crimson red.
Okay.
Like what you would see on their sailing vessels. It's sort of like the house color, this crimson red.
That fits really, really well. So this light begins to turn crimson red, and normally in a way that would feel that this is filled with malice, or this is something bad about to happen. None of you get that feeling, and so the light engulfs his hands, and then in a flash engulfs the room. You all feel a presence, if you can even really call it that. It feels as if someone is playing a song that you've never heard before, and you can't recall the tune. However, each of you have a different vision or feeling.
You're gonna give us an Age of Ultron vision?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Jack, you feel for a second about the same amount of confusion and anger you felt when you grabbed the Ghost Terrorist shard of armor.
Mm.
So you feel that for a flash, and you feel it close, and it's not coming from the bag. Emmy, in your vision, you just hear howling, and you are walking around a wide open space to try to figure out the source of where this howling is coming from. This low noise is comforting, yet frightening, and frightening in the sense of respect and power.
Howling, huh?
Yes. Silka,
Oh, it's scary.
you feel a brief wave of heart and love, and you feel sort of this proudness, not only just in general, but it feels like someone is proud of you and what you've accomplished so far. And then,
Finally.
and then immediately it's ripped away from you, and you physically feel this emotion leave. and then you are only left with a sense of like malice, betrayal, and hate. And you have never, ever in your life felt any of this before.
And so mine, with the that howl was comforting. Something instantly came to my mind. Shut up. It was nice. It was nice. I know where it's coming from. I know where I think. However, but it left. Right?
Yeah,
Just as quick as it came.
You all kind of open your eyes back up, and you're all standing in the warehouse, and Nyx is just looking at all three of you. What happened?
It was just us? Oh.
What do you mean?
Wait, you didn't hear that? You didn't feel that?
What did you feel?
Oh, I felt like this comforting howl that kind of reminded me of my old friend, the wolf.
Oh.
Like he was right there with me for a second. But, yeah, clearly not.
Silka, are you good?
Yeah.
What happened?
Are you okay?
What happened to you?
You look, I'm up here. You look sad from down there, and not because you're down there, but like because you're sad. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I just, have you ever had something torn away from you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks.
That's strange. I thought I would feel great after battle, but I don't know. I mean, is that what it's like every time?
This is the cost of blood. No, I'm just kidding.
No, this is different.
This is a little weird.
This is different.
This is a little. I'm looking at the bag now. This is a little weird.
I have no idea what all of you mean. You all just stood there for like a couple minutes and didn't say anything.
Did we look cool?
No, you look terrifying.
Oh, great.
Like cool terrifying, or like we were terrified?
No, you were just like statues.
Like in a trance?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be scary to watch, I imagine.
Yeah. Are you okay? I scream from up there.
Not really, no. I mean, this has all been very traumatic. I don't understand why some big creature has kidnapped me.
And then little creatures torment us.
Kiddo, do you need, I climb down. Can I, take this weapon. Let me see which I hand her.
So she doesn't have any?
She doesn't have anything. No, she doesn't have anything on her.
Oh, she probably would have felt better if she had had some. Of course, they would have beat her.
I hand her I have my recall blade, right?
Yeah, I believe you have two swords.
Two swords.
You have a short sword and your recall blade.
Okay. I do hand her my recall blade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She goes, okay, thanks.
Yeah, just like
I'm not really good at finesse stuff. I'm if I fight something, I'm gonna just
listen. The first thing that we teach you in sword school, because I definitely went to one, is you hold the not sharp end and you stabby with the sharp end. So that's all you gotta know.
All right, I think I can get that far.
Man, we should look for your stuff if it's even here, huh?
What stuff?
There wasn't anything on me. So what happened was I was in the mansion, and this figure came through the door and just grabbed me. It didn't say why. It didn't say like. Because I kept asking questions. I tried fighting him off, and it didn't happen.
So you didn't have any gear on you?
I was in my bed. No.
And he just grabbed her and left.
You don't sleep with your weapons?
Well, most people don't.
Oh?
You weirdo.
What? No, I don't do that either.
Yeah, okay.
I don't sleep with my gauntlets on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, or my swords and my belt and my shirt.
But yet, magically, you had them with you in a nanosecond when I saw you.
Yeah. Wait, dude, where's Jamie?
Wait, wasn't he with Silka?
That's, so right before that crate fell on, Jamie had let me know that his bosses and the guards were outside, and they were all talking, and I told him to distract them at all costs, and that I would tell you guys the situation. So, the guards are outside, and Jamie's distracting them at all costs. So we might make a run for it.
Right, I would think the same thing. Let's just get out of here.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I am a little concerned. I don't know what the kidnappers. What have you guys been calling them? I don't know.
Oh, this like ghost of terror.
Yeah.
Ghost terrorist.
Ghost man.
Okay, the ghost terrorist.
Ghostman McTerrorist is his character name.
Better than ghost terrorist.
He didn't say a whole lot to me. He just kind of put me in here and told me to not leave. He's looking for someone here. I know that, and I don't know why.
Like someone here at the festival.
Yes.
That is really weird that you would leave the thing that you went to so much trouble to take, and you would just leave it here.
Well, the only thing he said was it was a part of the job. He just kept telling me it's not personal. This is just part of the job.
I mean, I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay. This is going to be a little scary, so everybody, I think we got to ready some weapons real quick. Actually, there might be something we need to do first, but I'm going to tell you my plan real quick. I have 2 in the bag.
Yes.
What if I pull one out and you hold it magically and we just ask it why? Like, what's it doing? Because this thing has got to be a part of the ghost terrorist.
And he like walks slowly up to her and starts like walking in a slow circle around her. So what is your full name?
My full name?
No.
Sorry, Nix.
Yeah, I guess we haven't had that much talk. I mean, I don't know what my last name is. I'm just Nix.
And he like holds up the lantern of revealing as he's walking in a circle around her. And like probes her with the wand of magical detection.
I'm not.
Sorry, I had to make sure you weren't a decoy.
Oh, that's good though.
No,
Yeah, she's not a doppelganger.
You actually did say it that time, which is good. No, this is me.
I did have another question for you, Nix. So we just fought those little demons of the night that came from these crates, one of which fell on me. I was curious, because these are all crates from different merchants. I was curious, did you hear our GT putting anything in these crates? Or maybe this is one of the merchants' sort of pets? Maybe this is one of the merchant guilds?
No, that's a good thought. No, I do think that the GT put these creatures here as, I would assume, protection of me. He was curious on looking for the Spark Merchant, like something related to the Spark Merchants, like them directly, the head people.
Oh. He was looking around for Spark Merchant merch.
I mean, I guess. He never really made it clear if it was a person he was looking for. I would assume so, given that he kidnapped me, but I don't know what I have to do with whoever he's looking for.
Wait.
I believe we've been baited.
I was about to say the same thing. My first thought actually was to get us out of here, but honestly, this might be the safest space for us. We should interrogate one of these little things right now.
Emmy, you may have the idea to make an Arcana roll with Silka. Okay. And for the two of you to just kind of tap into his own natural magic.
Okay, and again, when he opens the bag, I'll grab the one of them.
Yeah. With
my gauntlets, because I don't want to touch him with my regular hands. Mm-hmm. And then me and Silka can go at him with...
Somewhat relevant, I forgot, Silka is fluent in Abyssal, Elvish, and Deep Speech. Just in case this little creature speaks any of those, we can coerce it another way.
Very nice.
I want to do a separate educational episode where we talk about deep speech and whatever that is, because that sounds rad.
I believe that's like Mind Flayers.
Okay.
Yeah, we have two of them, so if it doesn't work on one, we can just off him and then try the other way on the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. 2 chances. All right. I go in and grab for...
Okay, so Jack, make a Constitution saving throw.
Nice. 17.
Okay, so you are starting to get overwhelmed like you did before of this feeling of like anger and hate and confusion. Before it was just directed kind of in general, but now it is more sense like directed at you.
Me?
Yeah. And so you rip one of these little gremlins out of the bag. and you were holding it by like the nape of its neck, and it's like scrambling. And as you're looking at it, it's like shifting through different forms, but it's still maintaining like the small one that you fought.
With like how decent my roll was, like could it be like that anger is making my grip on it like a lot harder?
Oh yeah, you're still able to hold it, and like you're in terms of like interrogating it right now. It can't get away and like hurt you, but yeah, you are feeling physically unpleasant.
Yeah, because I mean, well, with how good the roll was, I was about to say, like, I mean, would I be able to question it, or am I just like so affected by it?
If you do, you're gonna be at a point of like you're gonna act out of character.
Okay.
He's gonna be at rage.
Yeah.
Okay, and besides the other, it's Silka who can speak that,
Languages.
something else.
Yeah.
So you're holding him, and wouldn't Silka be trying to?
That's up to Silka.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna try Abyssal first.
Okay.
If that's what we're doing.
Let me
Go for it. You're the speaker.
Silka, make a charisma roll.
16.
Okay. So you were speaking to it in Abyssal, which is the language of the fiends, and you can tell that it doesn't necessarily know exactly like what you're saying, so it doesn't even really understand. But based off of like realizing that like nobody in the room can understand what you're saying right now, you press your hand and thumb like against its face as it's like trying to like gnaw at your hand, and in another crimson like flash, it begins to speak in a language that you all relatively understand.
The common tongue.
Yeah.
Speak.
He says, "You're supposed to be dead. Why are none of you dead?"
Because you suck.
Whoa, seems like the Mr. Jack Pilgrim is a little hot-headed.
And I sort of like push it against the floor, and now it's like I've got a death grip on it, like against the floor.
Oh, you gotta be careful. You don't want to kill me. Seems like all of you want to talk to me.
Well, we have another one in the bag, so we can do whatever we want to you.
Thanks for telling him, dude.
Oh, sorry. Oh, God.
And first of all, okay, I know who Jack Pilgrim is. I know who Emmy Hilltopper is. I know who Nyx is. Who the hell are you?
I'm the groundskeeper.
Okay, I mean, I saw someone meandering about that estate, but I didn't see them as any sort of threat or have any sort of power at all, so...
Well, the joke is on you.
Because, like I said, you suck, and I sort of smash against the floor a little bit.
Make a strength saving throw.
Okay. I got a 5.
Jack, as you slam it against the floor again, it turns and smiles at you and dies and disappears. And so as that happens, you feel that rage and like hate leave, and you realize that like you were not in control of that whole situation.
Are you okay? Hey, are you okay?
I'm good.
No, you're not.
No, I'm good. Let's try it again.
Well, this time I'm grabbing the other one. You're okay? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, chill.
That's probably the best.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Emmy, make a Constitution saving throw.
$20.
Okay. Yeah, so you rip the other one out of the bag, and you kind of lock it in, and even though you're a lot smaller than everybody else in the room,
I'm very strong.
You are able to death grip the creature, and this time he doesn't do any like showboating or anything. He's just stuck, and he goes, "Okay, round 2."
It's
all right.
Literally the same.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I killed it. I just wanted to see if they're all the same.
Okay.
I think that's just a piece of the big one, but they're all connected.
Ding, 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 Emmy Hilltopper, you got it right.
Oh my.
So we can assume that you know everything GT knows.
Because you are GT. What's your name?
Fear. I'm the Forge of Fear.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
Oh, you're a forge.
Oh, 100%. Now, I kind of figured you guys would figure that out at some point. Now, I figured the other ones would figure that out. I didn't assume that all of you will, because I really, really thought you were all dead.
Other ones?
The other Guardians.
We are the Guardians.
Well, you were not Ophelia Brightwood or Sia Flightfeather.
Man, this guy has done his homework.
Yes.
How do you know all this? How do you know all of us minus my guy over here? And I do a good old pat on the shoulder for Soka.
Well, I can tell you that. You guys gotta help me out.
Why would we do that?
Yeah, let's help you out. Yeah, after you blew up a whole mansion.
Yeah,
I did.
My sister.
And took Nick's.
Oh, I did blow up a whole mansion, but you know what would be really bad? If I blew up a whole trade show.
Oh, yeah, no, that wouldn't be.
I mean, it's all bad. Like, let's not split hairs on terrorist action.
This body's a clone that you have. I'm also out there.
Yeah, see, that's what's freaking me out. Like, you know we're here. Like, you know we're here. You're not just a clone. You knew this was round 2. You knew this. You knew we had a second one in the bag to begin with.
So, if you all help me, then I can tell you what I know.
So what is it that you want?
I need another person on my list to kill.
Well,
why? It's passed on like a virus.
That'd be really creative, but it's not.
Okay. Never mind.
Does he say that too?
Well, you do realize that our job is to save people, not to, hand them over
let's just
murder.
not do our job.
Yeah, sure.
Actually do the exact opposite.
Well, you guys are, all saints. You've been killing the forges.
Well, that's
it's
for
our control. It's a whole forge of power and stuff that people here can't handle.
Well, right. I mean, no, they can't handle it. But now the forges all banded together and said, hey, we should probably work together and not die anymore. So not all of them are as strong as me where they can become physical beings. But in terms of people you might want dead, does the magenta moth ring a bell?
I'm sorry, what?
And the insect glaive?
What?
That's the other group I'm supposed to kill.
But what's your current target? Or are you like on a mission right now?
Yes, I am.
You're trying to kill the insect glaive.
My current target is Zorva, the magenta moth. She's supposed to be here, and I would assume her family would give her over. So I'm making the same deal as I'm going to make to them. That if you all hand over Zorva Spark to me...
Well, we don't have her.
Well, you can find her.
What will you do if we do what you want? You'll let us zap you?
I won't kill Ophelia, and I won't kill Sia, and I won't kill everybody in the trade show.
Can we tell you to kill yourself? Sorry, guys.
That's a fair option. Will you? We're negotiating right now.
No, I mean I've been living life, and I am not bound to any plane or forge, so I plan on living for a long time.
Well, that sucks. Now I don't want to do what you want to do, because if we can't. I mean, it sucks saying it like this because I never thought about it till you guys started walking around. But our whole mission is to kill you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You're really bad at the hard sell, is what I'm saying. Especially being this tiny. And flick his little nose.
Soka pulls the two off to the side and goes I think it's probably not a good idea to do what he wants. But what if we
pretend?
Told him to hunt somebody that we knew we could defend and then capture him and then take his power and stuff? So I don't know, something like that.
These are fair options.
Yeah. It's nice to have a different perspective.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, what if we were go get Wilfrey, and we know where Wilfrey is? Or go get Quentin.
He does want to get rid of Zorba.
And that's not bad. It's just not the main.
That's not our goal, but we wanted to save Nyx and get this thing.
Now, the thing about Nyx is going to be a little troubling. I mean, here's the thing. I don't want to do any of this. I just want to go live my life. But it's my employer who wants all of these things done.
Orion, right?
Make an insight check.
Can I also make an insight check?
Can we add in?
A 6 is 17.
Soka, if you would like to roll the d20, and if you have above a 10, let me know.
I rolled a flat 12 with no modifier.
Okay. And you can roll again for a higher number.
Higher than 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, cool.
Ooh. 19.
Okay.
Which would make it 20.
So yeah, Soka, you your body begins to flash once again. And
Puberty. Don't you love it?
I didn't.
It's finally happening.
and Fear the ghost terrorist. He looks at Emmy when she asks Orion, and he definitively says no. But then Emmy, you hear in like your own brain, and Soka, you do too, because this is coming from your power. You can tell he's lying. That Orion has hired him.
And so I just look straight at him. I go, "Oh, we struck a chord. We struck a nerve, didn't we? Okay, I guess right." And I look at Jack and go,
I figured.
"Yeah, this is his employer's Orion. This is all Orion. You know,
This is very juicy.
because Nyx is half orc." We were told, by the way, we had information before you ever came here, but we already knew that something was going to happen to Nyx, and then it did.
So you had
Previous information?
maybe it's one of my many enemies.
You have many.
I do.
I know. So, okay.
I believe Roderick is one of them.
No, I don't know who you're talking about.
I mean, he sees right through that he struck a chord with you. And he goes, "Look, I mean, I'm a mercenary. I'm an assassin. That's my job. You can't really hold too much against me. This is just what I do. So unless you guys can sweeten the pot."
Well, let's just revisit the whole Zorba thing.
I mean, I was going to say we should just do that, honestly.
Yeah, just it's a win-win. He gets her, and that's one less person that we have to worry about.
I guess that's fair.
Nyx chimes in, and she goes and she stabs Fear, the ghost terrorist, and kills him. And so he disappears.
What?
And she goes, "No. We're not going to hand over someone."
No, we're not going to hand over someone. We're just going to find her. Why? You were still asking the questions, kid.
Oh, you messed up here because see, this was all this wasn't for reals. We were going to let him be.
We don't even know where the real one is.
No, and then we were going to get him, so it was a win-win. That's why they knew what I was saying.
Well, we do though. I mean, and we have leverage. He's also looking for me, clearly. So we already have one of the things he needs, and that's me. And I don't want to see anyone else get hurt.
Oh, well, like I said,
I mean, it's Zorba.
I know, right?
Yeah, but a person's still somebody.
We're going to kill her.
Yeah. So it's splitting hairs here. And then while he was, going about that, we were going to get him. We were trying to work a plan basically right in front of him. So now what do we do? Because there's another one out there.
Well, my other big priority was the fact that we made a bunch of noise, and I have no clue what's going on outside of this room. Like, I don't know how good Jamie was at that. I don't know how much money Wilfrey made. There's a lot. I don't know what's going on outside. I want to check outside.
Okay.
Nick says, "Yeah, I think that's good." So, are you good at leaving?
Yes, I suppose so.
Are you just staring at your fingertips, just doing a little light show for yourself?
Yeah, he's just staring at the little puddle, like the little black puddle where the thing died.
Oh,
He's like,
black puddle?
Yeah.
or I don't know, you're like, where the thing died.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
What did it leave behind? I'm curious now.
Just like a shadowy vapor, and then it just disappears.
Well, vape did?
Yeah, it's vape, man.
Yeah, but remember, there was stuff leaking out of the crates earlier. So he's right.
When you get out of the warehouse and you're kind of leaving this area, you're going back into the bazaar, and you see a couple guards like kind of look at you, and they tell you like, "Hey, you shouldn't be here." And so they kind of everybody moves you back into the trade show, and then each of you feel that presence that you felt
Earlier?
before again.
So he's nearby.
Well, that's not good. I'm not about to split up. That's rule number 1.
Where are we?
I guess you could.
I guess we head to the table first. My thought was check outside, but if there was nothing outside,
there wasn't really.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, which means can't find Jamie. He got them to go somewhere else. Now let's go to the table.
Something.
Yeah, or something.
Or we can check on the table, or we can check on Jamie. He said GT said he was going after the spark merchants. Like,
Yeah, he said he was going to blow up the whole trade show.
Yeah.
yeah, we can leave
Maybe
Will
we should
free.
go
It's
let the
good.
people-
Let's go find Jamie. Actually,
Okay.
He's good.
this means that there's more of a chance for us to have more money. If we leave Wilfrey alone, it's like with your little mobile games or you like make
clicker
money. Yeah, it's like Tiny Tower. I'm sure if I check Tiny Tower now, I haven't checked it in years. I'm gonna have so much money. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I hope that when we find him, it's like he made all this money and then he, through some poor investing and bad management decisions, he lost it.
Oh, I'm guaranteed that happened if he made any money
He's
at all.
destitute.
I think that he probably went through like 3 different timeshares and like threw his money into like somebody's political campaign and lost.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah.
So I need someone to make an investigation roll looking for Jamie.
So
Who has the highest investigation? Is it you, Silka?
Silka, yeah.
All right.
Bro, that's my thing.
that's his thing.
That is
man.
literally his game thing, and now we're starting to see that's his narrative thing.
And do you realize mine's at -1? Not me.
Ooh,
What are you looking for? I don't know. I'm just in the sky. That's you.
Squirrel.
12.
Okay.
I want us to roll to give him advantage.
Yes, Tristan.
Yes, we managed.
Tristan, roll, and if you get a 10 or higher, Silka gets that with advantage.
That's interesting.
I didn't.
Yeah, that's an action called aid, and that is like generally is how like most of like trying to do stuff like that works. So you guys start meandering around the trade show. You can tell that security is a lot bigger than it used to be. There are more guards out. There's actually more people out too. And as you're going around and you're looking for Jamie, you really don't see any sign of him or Oksana or Nico, the Spark merchants that you met. The one person that you all run into is Gimbuk and Paxton Firestash. So Silka, the guy that you met at the
I remember
the porta potties.
Yeah.
And Gimbuk is just kind of like looking through like some papers. You can tell that like they've closed up their shop.
Yeah.
And he has like a little pair of spectacles. He's a little dwarf with a big like black and gray beard. He looks up and goes, "Oh hey, hey Jack, yeah, hello there. Paxton said that he ran into you guys. I honestly didn't believe him. I didn't think you guys would be here.
You guys are packing up?
Yeah, we've just kind of sold out our inventory and kind of done what we can. And Paxton's not saying anything. He seems frustrated. Buck's like, things haven't been kind of good financially, but hey, it's good to see you guys.
Hey, I mean, you guys sold out your stock today. Big show. Must have made some bucks today, huh?
Yeah, we made some.
Some. I'm curious. Do you get anybody like weird? I know there's a lot of people here, but I mean like people that made you feel like weird.
No, not too much really. I didn't really honestly look at too many people. I was just kind of trying to get stuff sold. When you ask that question, I need someone to make a perception roll. Emmy's doing it.
Okay.
I heard that dice a mile away. I mean, literally.
Okay. +3, 13.
Emmy, you can tell that question kind of got under, like, Paxton made, like, a face.
Okay. And I'm going, all right, so, Mr. Paxton, what's up with you? You seem very uneasy today.
Oh, well, I'm worried about Gimbuk.
Why?
When are you ever worried about anyone else?
Right?
You don't know me. But we've been doing poorly financially. I told you guys that a while ago that I've been cut off of some of my inheritance, and it's been difficult. It's been difficult.
Difficult. Huh?
Oh, okay.
Mm.
All right.
Oh, okay. All right.
And Gimbuk's just kind of looking at him like he has no idea why he's like even acting strangely.
All right, so did anybody approach you today that has made you feel so
Right, because not to talk down on your work in the facility here. I motion at the entire truck, train car, and I just go. You're more of the front man, and it just sounds like a lot of the problems happening are Gimbuk things, and as the front man, you do a lot of talking and a lot of networking. So I'm gonna ask you once, and I'd like to just sort of like do a little intimidate.
Okay. Right? Yeah. Roll for intimidation.
I got a 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. I
scared.
Just
flat 20.
Yeah.
I
body up and I big man chest him, and I'm like, so I'm just gonna ask you straight out. You see anybody funny, young man? I look up at him because he's like much taller than all of us.
Oh yeah, he's a tall dark elf. He goes, well, there's a lot of people that I find uncomfortable and funny, and if I say too much, they're gonna kill me.
Okay, who's they?
And who is they? And I step forward,
and he kind of looks and he goes, I don't want to talk too much out in the open.
I mean, because the thing is, if they're gonna kill you, like later, you have some time. Like you can tell us like exactly what it is. Because if you don't tell me now, I actually take another step, and I already have my like crossbow sort of like in my hand a little bit. I'm just like, if you don't tell me now, I motion with the crossbow.
And the problem is,
like I'm crazy.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, he's crazy.
This thing that we're talking about wants to kill everybody here, so you really are you're up against the wall, literally.
Yeah,
okay. I mean, I'll tell you what, and he looks, and as he's trying to like dart around, he locks eyes with Nyx, and he goes, "That's not good. The fact that you're with her is not good. We need to go inside somewhere, anywhere, right now."
Wait, why inside? What's going to happen out here?
Well, he doesn't want to be seen, so let's go.
Well, I mean, he's been seen. Whoever can see us right now with her. So I can see you two with her and us.
I don't want to be seen with her.
Yeah, but it's too late.
Well, I mean, if we go inside, they're going to see us all go in together. So, like...
Let's take him to the porta potty.
No, please, no anything but that.
Yeah, and everyone's used it all day.
He just starts like walking backwards, and he opens a door to like a building, and he goes, "I need all of you just go inside here. I will go with you." And Gimbuk like steps up to step out, and he looks at him and he goes, "No, not you, Gimbuk. We're through. I don't want you any part of this. I want you out." And then he walks inside the building. If that's the way he wants, and that's the way he wants to end things, fine by me. I mean, I was heading out anyway, so.
Well, he might catch up with you later if he lives. But right now, we better go in here. Come on, let's go.
I hear there's a profitable business selling some kind of magical stone, and a little man is selling them.
You're not the first person to tell me that. I've heard conversations about magic stones around here all day. I'm just going to let you guys handle this whole thing. So you guys walk into the building with... Paxton, and he's pushing like people out who are already there, like just doing stock. And he said, official royal business, you can't be here." And he shuts the door, and he looks at all of you. "How much do you know, and who are you working for?"
How's about I load the crossbow? How's about you tell us what you know?
Because really, our time is short. This crazy person that is about to blow this whole place up, is what he told us.
Because it seems like you already know what we know, and you know a little more. So tell us that bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat all of that again? I wasn't listening whatsoever.
What?
My God.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Look at his ears. Is he listening? Was somebody talking to him?
Make a perception check.
13.
So 13. He has a call class on, but like everybody does. So
no, but I asked him. All right, so who are you listening to? Who's talking to you right now?
Well, I'm trying to listen to you.
No, that's baloney, because you just had this face moment where you were like listening to something else, and that's why you missed what he said.
But it would be most helpful if you could just say everything once again.
I'm gonna walk. Silka walks up to him and like puts his hand on his head.
Okay. You're gonna try to use your clairvoyant power.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what it does or if it's even gonna work.
Make an Arcana roll.
Okay, I got an 8. Just put his hand on his head and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So he just kind of like looks at you and then
Tell me the truth.
and he says, "Well, how about you tell me the truth?" And he pushes you back, and from behind his clothes, he pulls out the Vorpal blade that you gave back to him. That was that Bug used in like the beginning of season 2. And he says, "Look, I don't want to do this. Relatively, I like all of you. You're all relatively pleasant people to me.
I don't think you're a bad guy.
And I like you too.
Oh my God, it's a love fest.
But I need to restore my honor and my place in House Stall, and I can only do that if I do what Orion says. So,
And what did Orion say? What do you got to do?
I have to get the girl to him."
Oh, well, that's not happening.
I mean, wouldn't you want your long-lost daughter back? Especially if it was stolen from you and your bride? By your villainous nemesis, the Hive King? Who not only stole your daughter, but stole the woman that so rightfully belonged to you. And rightfully belonged to House Stall. And then, with the departed guardians and the insect glaive dead and out of the way, now no one can learn of your misuse of deep magic. It's honestly the perfect plan for anyone of House Stall, and if someone were to help out in this way, they could regain their composure, and they could regain their rightful status in the greatest house in all of Noishing. And it's then Paxton realizes all that he said, and begins to freeze as he looks behind Emmy, Jack, and Silka out of a small window that leads to the opening of the bazaar. It's then that Emmy, Jack, and Silka feel the calling from their visions again. Emmy feels this pull, and she looks just from the corner of her eye. She sees Roderick the Winter Wolf, in his human form, mind you, exploring the bustling trade show. His search for his friends now over when he locks eyes with Emmy and sees the danger that she's in. The boys, on the other hand, are all drawn to a building outside. This familiar pull bringing a gaze to a figure looming over them. We then hear Paxton's earpiece chatter. "Oh, you fool. You've said too much, buddy. Well, let's hope Orion's not too mad, and that I can kill you, the Guardians, and Zorva in one fell swoop." Before anyone can respond, the trade show roars with deafening thunder, as Fear's bombs wreak havoc. Chaos ensues as the Spark Guards shelter and corral the merchants scattering among the roads. The guards seemingly calm despite the events, as if this was a scenario they were expecting. Realizing the area that they're in is unsafe, Emmy smashes the window behind her and jumps out just in time for Roderick to get to her. Due to the explosion and chaos, some of the building crumbles on top of Silka and Nyx as Silka protects her and tries to get her up and out of the window. Paxton appears out of the rubble, Vorpal blade in hand, and he leads to strike Silka down. When Nyx swiftly disarms him, using her brother's blade. With Paxton now hurt, unarmed, and on the ground, Nyx says, "I will be a captive no longer. Not from you, not from that monster, not from anyone. Oh." And she kneels down in front of his face. "And tell your boss, I don't give a rip who my dad is. Because all I care about is that you hurt me, you hurt my friends, and you messed with my family." She stands back up and she snatches the blade and rejoins the group. The group begins to step outside and make their escape. Silka is grabbed from the crowd. "Not so fast. You and I need to have a chat, groundskeeper. As Fear says this, he lifts up Silka and darts away. Before Emmy, Jack, or Roderick, or Nyx can react, another explosion goes off. And with that, Emmy and Jack are separated from their new friend and colleague, Silka S. Sawzel. Thanks for listening to Forsyth Fantasy Hour, a podcast created by Scott D. Forsyth. Hosted by Tristan Lagan, Vicky Forsyth, and Scott D. Forsyth, with Ben Looper. Intro and outro theme composed and performed by Popski, with additional music and sound effects provided by Audio Blocks. Until the next episode, stay safe, adventurers.